Failing to plan is planning to fail. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It is Sunday, the 19th of December, 2021. Now, there's going to be three things that will cause so many people to lead to failure in 2022. And in the moments ahead, I'm going to share these three things. And if you are aware of these things and you can mitigate the risks, then ultimately you will succeed in 2021. Now, if you're joining me live, say hello. If you're joining me on the replay, also say hello. That lets Facebook know that this is interesting and important content, and it'll help me get it out to a wider audience. So if you're joining me live, say hello in the chat box. If you're joining me on the replay, give me a little hello in the chat box. Now, these are the three things that lead to failure. Jenny Share, good evening. I hope you're doing okay there in Malaysia and the floods haven't impacted you or your family. Now, these are the three things that are going to lead to failure. We'll start with the big picture. First of all, no defined aims, goals, or objectives. Secondly, taking the wrong action. And thirdly, getting off track. So let's explore these one by one. The first thing that's going to cause people to fail in 2022 is they have set vague and ambiguous aims, goals, and objectives. When it comes to goal setting, your goals have to be highly contextualized and they have to be super specific. Your goals have to be able to be so clear that you can write them down with pen and paper, and they should be no more than one sentence long. Your goal should be so specific that you should be able to share this with your 7-year-old brother or sister, your 7-year-old son or daughter, or your 7-year-old nephew or niece, and they should be able to understand exactly what you're attempting to do in 2022. Aisha, great to see you there. Raman, wonderful to have you here as well. Thank you so much for joining me on a Sunday evening. So the first thing that's going to lead to failure in 2022 is vague goals. What you need is specific goals. Secondly, the second thing that's going to lead to failure in 2022 is taking the wrong action. A lot of people study hard, they work hard, they're disciplined, they got determination, and they end up mastering the wrong skill. You can perfect a skill that adds absolutely no value to your career and absolutely no value to your life. And it doesn't matter how well and how good you get at doing the wrong thing, it won't make that wrong thing right. And I see this year after year after year. People acquire knowledge and skill that does not attribute to their future success. So the second thing is you've got to make sure that you're taking the right action. You've got to make sure that you're perfecting the right skills, and you should be perfecting skills that your customers or your employer appreciate. If you're putting a lot of time, energy, and effort into the wrong things, it doesn't matter how hard you try, it'll never make the wrong things right. So you've got to make sure you're taking the right action in 2022. Thirdly, the third thing that's going to cause people to fail in 2022 is they're going to get off track. Now, here's the dangerous thing. If you're 1 degree off course every day for an entire year, by the end of the year, you're going to do a full circle and you're going to come back around to exactly where you started. Think about it. There's 360 degrees in a circle, and if you're 1 degree off course, if you're heading the wrong direction by 1 degree, you'll do a full circle and you'll come all the way back around to the beginning, and you will not have moved forward. Think about this. I live in Taiwan. If the temperature goes up by 1 degree, I'm not going to feel it. If the temperature drops down by 1 degree, I'm not going to feel it. And this is the worst part about being off track. You could be 1 degree off track and you won't even notice that 1 degree every single day. You'll start to notice it when you get to the end of the year and you've done a complete circle and you end up right where you began. And that's not a good thing, especially if you want to increase your income, especially if you want to accelerate your impact, and especially if you want to start to catapult your influence. You've got to make sure that you're on track day after day after day. Now, for those of you who are just joining me on the live stream, say hello. Say hello, go to the chat box, say hello. When you say hello, it helps me get my message out to a broader audience. When my message gets out to a broader audience, I can help more people and I can save a lot of lives in 2022. I have seen so many people fail in 2021 and I take it personally. I hate to see people fail, especially when one new idea could help them succeed. And if you say hello here, Facebook will realize that this is important and interesting content and it'll help the algorithm. The algorithm will kick in and I'll be able to get my message out there further. So let's repeat what we've talked about tonight. There's 3 things that will lead to failure in 2022. And remember the saying, failing to plan is planning to fail. The first thing that's going to lead to failure is no defined aims, goals, and objectives. The second thing that's going to lead to failure in 2022 is taking the wrong action. Remember, you can master the wrong skill. However, if you master the wrong skill, it's not going to help you achieve your goals. And then thirdly, getting off track. Remember, if you're just 1 degree off course on day 1, and you're 1 degree off course every day, at the end of the year, you're going to do a full circle and you're going to come back around to where you began, and that's not where you want to be. You want to be moving up. You want to be moving forward year after year after year. So these are the 3 key things that I want you to have inside of your mind coming into 2022. Tang, thank you for saying hello. I really appreciate that. Liz, I hope you're well all the way over there in Spain. It's a long way. I can hope you can hear me clearly all the way over there. Jenny, thank you for joining us. And Raman, thank you for joining me also. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not yet registered for the Explode into 2022 challenge, make sure you click the link in this post right now. There's limited seats. I'll be teaching you goal setting for 5 days, coaching you personally, and I want you to come and learn from me. It doesn't matter if you're already successful. It doesn't matter if you're just beginning. These ideas can make sure that 2022 is your best year yet. So the link is in this post. Go ahead, click that link now. The seats are limited. Secure your seat, and I look forward to seeing you at Explode into 2022. Have a wonderful evening and a wonderful day. Ciao for now.